Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
वो भगवान का रूम का भी झाड़ू हो रहा है ना?
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare.
चलेंगे. Thank you everybody. अपि स्मरसि चात्मानम् अविज्ञाता सकं सखे हित्वा मां पदमन्विच्छन् भौमा भोगारतो गतः अपि स्मरसि चात्मानम् अविज्ञाता सकं सखे हित्वा मां पदमन्विच्छन् भौमा भोगारतो गतः अपि स्मरसि चात्मानम् अविज्ञाता सकं सखे हित्वा मां पदमन्विच्छन् भौमा भोगारतो गतः
अपि स्मरसि चात्मानम् अविज्ञाता सकं सखे हित्वा मां पदमन्विच्छन् भौमा भोगारतो गतः अपि स्मरसि चात्मानम् अविज्ञाता सकं सखे हित्वा मां पदमन्विच्छन् भौमा भोगारतो गतः.
Yes, online. Anybody wants to chant?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam. Api smarasi chatman Nam avikyata sakham sakhe Hitva mam padam anvichan Bhauma bhogarato gataha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Smarasi Atmanam Avignata Sakam Sake Hitva Mam Padam Anvichan Bhauma Bhogarato Gataha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Api Smarsi Chatmanam Avigyata Sakham Sakhe हित्वा महापदमविच्छन् भौमभोगरतो गतः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। अपि स्मरसि चात्मानं अभिज्ञात सखं सखे हित्वा मम पदम अन्निच्छन् भौमा भोगरतो गतः। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। अपि आत्मानं विज्ञातसखं सखे हित्वा मां पदमविच्छन् भौमभोगारतो गता। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
प्रभु जी।
कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
आत्मानम् अभिज्ञातं सकं सखे हित्वा मां पदम् अन्विच्छन् भौमभोगरता गतः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। अपि स्मर्षिवात्मानम् अविज्ञात सकं सखे हित्वा माम पदम् अविच्छन् भौम भोगरत गत।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes. No, please carry on, Prabhuji.
अपि स्मरसि चात्मानम् अविज्ञात सखं सखे हित्वा मा पदं विच्छन् भौमभोगरतो गत। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Api smarasi chatmanam avignata sakham sakhe hitva mam padam anevichan bhauma bhogarato gataha. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
स्मरसि
Yeah, finish it. Api smarati.
स्मरसि चात्मानम् अविज्ञानता सखं सखे हित्वा मां पदमच्छन् भौमा भोगरतो गतः। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
Api smarasi. Do you remember? Cha also. Atmanam, the super soul. Avigyata, unknown. Sakam, friend. Sakhe, oh friend. Hitva, giving up. Mam, me. Padam, position. Anvichan, desiring. Bhauma, material. Bhoga, enjoyment. Rataha, attached to. Gataha, you became. The Brahmana continued, my dear friend, even though you cannot immediately recognize me, can't you remember that in the past you had a very intimate friend? Unfortunately, you gave up my company and accepted a position as the enjoyer of this material world.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.27, Ichadvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sargayanti parantapa. O scion of Bharata, Arjuna, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, overcome by the dualities of desire and hate. This is an explanation of how the living entity falls down into this material world. In the spiritual world, there is no duality, nor is there hate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expands himself into many. In order to enjoy bliss and more, the Supreme Lord expands himself in different categories. As mentioned in the Varaha Purana, he expands himself in Vishwatattva, the Swa-amsha expansion, and in his marginal potency, the Vibhinnamsha or the living entity. These expanded living entities are innumerable, just as the minute molecules of sunshine are innumerable expansions of the sun. The Vibhinnamsha expansions, the marginal potencies of the Lord, are the living entities. When the living entities desire to enjoy themselves, they develop a consciousness of duality and come to the hate the service of the Lord. In this way, the living entities fall down into the material world. In the Prema Vivarta, it is said, Krishna Bahir Mukahana Bhoga Vancha Kare Nikatastha Maya Tare Japati Adhare. The natural position of the living entity is to serve the Lord in a transcendental loving attitude. When the living entity wants to become Krishna himself or imitate Krishna, he falls down into this material world. Since Krishna is the Supreme Father, his affection for the living entity is eternal. When the living entity falls down into the material world, the Supreme Lord, through his Visva Amsha expansion, Paramatma, keeps company with the living entity. In this way, the living entity may someday return home back to Godhead. By misusing his independence, the living entity falls down from the service of the Lord and takes a position in this material world as an enjoyer. That is to say, the living entity takes his position within a material body. Wanting to take a very exalted position, the living entity instead becomes entangled in a repetition of birth and death. He selects his position as a human being, a demigod, a cat, a dog, a tree, etc. In this way, the living entity selects a body out of the 84 lakh species form and tries to satisfy himself by a variety of material enjoyment. The supersoul, however, does not like him to do this. Consequently, the supersoul instructs him to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord then takes charge of the living entity. But unless the living entity is uncontaminated by material desires, he cannot surrender to the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita 5.29, the Lord says, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gnatva mam shantim brichati. The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. The Supreme Lord is the supreme friend of everyone. However, no one can take advantage of the Supreme Friend's instruction while making his own plans to become happy and entangling himself in the modes of material nature. When there is creation, the living entities take on different forms according to past desires. This means that all the species or forms of life are simultaneously created. Darwin's theory, stating that no human being existed from the beginning, but the humans evolved after many, many years, is simply a nonsensical theory. From Vedic literature, we find that the first creature within the universe is Lord Brahma. Being the most intelligent personality, Lord Brahma could take charge of creating all the variety found within this material world. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyabadi Pashata Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Api smarasi atmanam Api smarasi chakmanam Avigyata sakam sakhe Hitva mam padaman vichan Bhoma bhogarato gataha. The Brahmana continued, my dear friend, even though you cannot immediately recognize me, can't you remember that in the past you had a very intimate friend, unfortunately you gave up my company and accepted a position as enjoyer of this material world. So isn't this the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, We hear from the acharyas and from the Shastra, from devotees. That's what it is. Sometimes it happens when we meet devotees, they tell something, we accept, we benefit. But when you go back and check in the Shastra, the same thing is given, we get so much encouraged. So here, very nice line is that Krishna expands to increase his bliss. So Krishna may have million friends, trillion friends, still your relationship to you is unique. And your business is to give Krishna pleasure in service and friendship. All the relationship to Krishna, Sakya Dasa Vasala Madhurya, actually they are service. This is proved in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you read, it shows. Even Nanda Maharaj sometimes feels, if I can touch lotus feet of Krishna. Actually they are exalted devotees, but by his Yoga Maya, Krishna makes them forget he is the Supreme Lord and enjoys different rasa with them. But fundamentally they are devotees, they are servants of Krishna. So same way, in whatever rasa it is, we can serve Krishna and increase his bliss. And if you are not absorbed in that, then one level is Mayavada, where you give up material enjoyment, but you are not taking service to Krishna. But because there is no activity in Mayavada, nobody can sit without activity. Therefore, always be active. There is no need to become Babaji in Kali Yuga. Be active, work hard as an active person. And actually you will see, even normal karmis have this realization. When they are busy, they are very happy. Even karmis have this realization. Forget about us. But devotees also. In Bhagavad Gita it is said in the beginning stages of spiritual life, talking about Ashtanga Yoga, Aruruksha, Aruruda. It says the beginning, the activities are the one which keep us happy. Later, when by activities, gradually the body is purified, the mind is purified, then even sitting in a place we can relish the nectar of Krishna consciousness. But then when the mind is not purified and you have to sit down in a place, like Arjuna tells Krishna, even though Arjuna is a purified soul, but in this world is playing the role of a Kshatriya. So Krishna tells Arjuna, Arjuna, no, that will be hypocrisy. What is the shloka? Chapter 3, hypocrisy. Mithyachara sa uchyate.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Karmendriyani sanyamya yaste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudatma mityacharasa uchyate.
Beautiful. You all people have progressed so nicely. So mityachara sa uchyate. It is so, if you think, okay, no, so we have to do something to expand Krishna's pleasure. And a pure devotee can sit in a place and just by his chanting, his loving, sweet chanting, he can create so much pleasure for the Lord. He doesn't have to do anything. That's the Babaji's. But are we in that position? Artificially do not do that. Artificially you try to be in a role which you are not qualified, you will not become manager, you will become damager. Manager, damager. So we have to. Therefore, Krishna has given us a privilege. What a beautiful fortune Krishna has given us. But then what do you do in that? Please be active now. Act according to your situation. And then what happens? When you are active, Krishna is, we are increasing the pleasure of Krishna. More and more souls we bring to the Krishna's lotus feet, the rebellious souls, we increase the pleasure of Krishna. When you are engaged whole day in service to Krishna, we increase pleasure of Krishna. Idle mind means devil's workshop, we are not doing anything means. So we can be engaged. So whole the bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranahite amale. Vedavasa was not doing physically any activity, just sat down and is meditating on Krishna in great devotion. Bhakti yogena manasi. You cannot do that. You can do for maybe 2 hours, 4 hours. Like we say 8 hours sadhana, then 8 hours you have to physically be active. Use your body and mind. Do something grossly for Krishna. Okay. When you do that, there is a hope of Krishna's mercy by which you can control the mind and senses. Okay. So this is so nice. The shloka what it is telling is so fundamentally the ABCD of Krishna consciousness. Let us enhance the pleasure of Krishna. Automatically Maya doesn't get time. Suppose you are busy in enhancing Krishna's pleasure. Okay? Presently, how will you do? Practically engaging in devotional service. Then where is the time Maya gets? Maya doesn't get time. But you have some space. There is a term in ISKCON which is called spaced out. Bro, what is he doing? He's spaced out. Spaced out means he's not doing anything and he's sitting. Means spaced out. Spaced out means very difficult. Very soon he will have to work in the material world. And they will work very hard that time. Very interesting. Devotee gets an opportunity to serve Krishna. But he is ISKCON Radha Govinda ki jai. But he is lazy. And then the material desires become very strong. So he cannot stay in association of devotees. He goes, and because to satisfy material desire, he works very hard. And here it was very easy, It's just what is there. Offer some flowers to Krishna, dress of Krishna, offer some bhoga to Krishna, sing for Krishna, make people. It's so easy it is actually. So easy it is. There's not any kashta. Just like in a city or in the jail. In a city, the life is very easy. And in a jail, a rigorous imprisonment, you have to break stones every day. Life is very painful. Criminal laws are very difficult compared to civil laws. We have to follow. Suppose somebody says, I will not follow traffic laws. Okay. Then in the jail you go and break stones. You have to follow. You cannot say, I will not follow Krishna. But one side is pleasurable. Either you have to be under Yogamaya or under Mahamaya. Under Yogamaya, Kevala Ananda Kanda. Life is so blissful and peaceful. Under Mahamaya, repeated birth, death, old age, disease, and so much hard work you have to do to maintain yourself. Ahara, Nidra, Bhai, Maituna, you have to struggle for these four necessities of life. And when you are struggling for these four necessities of life, somebody is taking a whip and whipping you. Birth, old age, disease, death. Such a painful life, full of pain. And Shastra is telling us what you are supposed to do. The Prabhupada says, those who are intelligent, they catch it too. Those who are fools, less intelligent, they continue to be ensnared by Maya and they cannot come out. They are actually, this is the suffering of the people in the material world. One thing is physical suffering, correct? People are having birth, death, old age, disease. One thing is mental suffering. The mind is being dragged. Therefore, all the stories end in a sad way. People, plans of enjoyment, like Ravana. His whole city was burnt. So when you plan something like Ravana, I will have a situation, what all Ravana did not have. I will have a situation for my enjoyment. I will have a Suvarna Lanka, the wealth you cannot imagine he had. And any beautiful woman, any part of the world, he used to kidnap and bring to his kingdom. Sita was not the first lady he brought, correct? He brought so many ladies, he used to kidnap and bring. When Hanumanji went to his palace inside, it was full of the most beautiful women in the world and he was enjoying with them. And he couldn't find Sita there, correct? So this is what it was, no? What you can imagine, everything he had. What you can dream, he already had that. What was the result? He was not happy. And his city was burnt. So same way, when you make a plan of independent enjoyment, you cannot imitate to become. Even Hiranyakashipu has a similar pleasure. But he was also not happy. He said he was always drunk and sad. In this world, you see, people have too much money. Then they go mad actually. So sometimes we do dream to come to a situation without any anxiety and I am free with all the facilities and wealth. Krishna is worried actually. If I give this situation, this guy will go crazy. Okay? Will go? Krishna is worried. Krishna can give all the living entities whatever they desire, but they go crazy, they go mad. So one side Krishna gives them something, another side he keeps instructing them. Prabhupada said Krishna supplies to the extent you can handle. And then that is karma. And then Krishna keeps instructing from within the heart that we heard yesterday. Kindly don't do this, but he's not going to force you. Not going to force you. Like you see, Krishna saw Duryodhana erring, but he didn't force him. He kept guiding, he kept instructing, he didn't listen. Not only Krishna guided him, Vidura guided him, so many people guided him. He didn't listen. Nothing went inside his head. So, it's an example for us. Don't think that, no, these things will not happen to me. Don't think like that. You can do, suppose somebody had the COVID time, if somebody has an infection, what do we think? I can also get. I have to be very careful. Correct? You don't think I will not get. So when you see a condition of somebody becoming so degraded to the condition of so many people, I can do worse than that. We should get alarmed, we should get scared. When they read the newspaper, somebody very, very heinous, very, very utterly cruel, it does some very, very bad activity, we should get scared. My God, this mind is so dangerous, it can lead me to this difficult position. So this is needed. Okay, so we continue our Viraha Ashtaka. We are still not finished. I think today is the 4th or 5th. Today we get little more time. Yeah. See the heart in separation of Srimad Prabhupada. Actually we can talk about Viraha for, that's our philosophy of Krishna consciousness. We can meditate on so
much of disturbance.
Okay, let me just see what is the mistake. No, that's okay. That Aarti ka awaaz aa raha hai, no problem, it will get corrected. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Chalo. चलो भाई जपा करते रहो, don't waste time.
Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare.
Not over. Today which one we do? Third or fourth?
Fifth one we should start, Prabhuji. Fifth.
Our Kuhu Mataji is ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mahanameva. Hare Krishna Nam Hare Krishna Mahanama
Patrisha.
Patrisa Akshare Muddhatya Vaishnavito Kirtana Kare.
The greatest mantra of all, consisting of 32 syllables, is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Those controlled by foolishness refuse to chant.
So those controlled by foolishness refuse to chant. So whenever you are free, please keep chanting. Sometimes it does happen. Maya is very powerful. Mind becomes very disturbed. Sit down and chant. Just continuously keep chanting. Just first thing you have to protect yourself. Keep chanting. What are you going to lose anyway? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Keep chanting, okay? So don't be lazy, keep chanting. If you cannot do anything, just sit down and chant. Next.
घटिला जंजला आजा सहजया सेवा.
Your so-called disciple, the jackal named Ananta Vasudeva, disobeyed your final instruction to keep the mission united and thereby created a scandalous fiasco, the result of which is evident to this day. As imitative, Prakrita Sahajiyas are being worshipped as gurus in your temples.
Now you see that sometimes we like independence. We can give independence, anybody. Prabhupada says actually this movement is meant to train people to become, everybody, I want to train to become independently thoughtful. See, forget the word training. Everybody wants to be independent. But without proper training, what happens when you become independent? We do sinful activities. So there is a lot of, when the desire for sinful activity develops in the heart, the person does not want to work with anybody. It's very subtle, it doesn't know. The Maya pushes him to be alone first. Just like suppose somebody is in association or devotees, it is very difficult for him to do any sinful activity because they will protect him, correct? But no, Maya will push him to get independence, to be total freedom, so that he can do. And this is very unfortunate. Prabhupada has the liberty, he can use the name, let us not use. Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada disciple. And when Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada had left the world, he has said that you before that, he said form a committee, GBC, and you run my movement like that. He said, GBC? Committee, like railways have a committee, so many committees to run. So what is the committee needed? Matha means there should be Mathadipati. Just like you see any mathas, like Udupi, they are Mathadipati. Matha means there should be Mathadipati. Why? This is what concept, new concept of, the GBC running the movement. So Prabhupada said they became more intelligent than my spiritual master. That is their problem. Then what happened? The one person said, I will be the head of the institution, Mathadipati. Other person said, no, why you? Why not me? So it divided into two groups. We started fighting. And it went to court and whatever. And finally one person won. He got independence. And very soon he got involved in sinful activities. We should not mention that. And he left the movement. And the whole movement broke into 27 pieces. Whole thing was destroyed. So he became the Mathadipati, but instead of doing Mathadipati, what happened? Scandalous fiasco, Prabhupada is not mentioning, and I should also not mention. Abominable sinful activities. And then what it led to? Whole movement just broke into pieces. Whatever matha anybody had, he made his own movement. And then one movement is like Gaudiya Math, it became Shri Chaitanya Math, then Gaur Gadadhar Math, Rupanuga Math, whatever name you could imagine, 27 names. If you are in Mayapur, you go around walking, you will see all 27 of them, and are different names. Okay, so what was this? Imagine, Prabhupada saw it, a beautiful movement, which Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada predicted actually. He saw. In the spiritual world, there is not even a slightest of discrepancy and disharmony. That's a spiritual world. And the temple being representation of spiritual world should be like that. But no, we are people of the material world. We will not allow it to be like that. हम भी इधर politics करेंगे, हम भी इधर fight करेंगे, हम भी इधर खिचड़ी पकाएंगे. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And see how beautiful mission. In fact, Prabhupada's Guru had met Srila Prabhupada in Vrindavan, which is recorded. And he told Srila Prabhupada, Agni Hoive. Prabhupada said that. My spiritual master said, my movement is gone. He said, don't say like that. Because he had worked whole life. Just imagine. He chanted for 10 years, 192 rounds, Shatakoti Nama, traveled all around India, established mathas, made thousands of disciples. But he saw his whole hard work will be destroyed by his own disciples. He saw that. So Professor, my spiritual master, don't say like that. He said, no, in my presence they are fighting for rooms. There was a beautiful headquarters made in Kolkata, Bagh Bazaar, made of marble. And he said they are fighting for rooms. I'll occupy this room in my presence. After me, I do not see. They will work united. He was detached, very detached. Imagine, we have to be detached like this. You work hard, whole life, you build something and doom, destroyed. The people are like that. Personal ambition, personal desire, personal worship. They'll destroy everything. And Maya is very powerful. Maya is not a joke. Chanting 64 rounds, sannyasis, Maya made an ass out of them. The whole thing was destroyed. So therefore we should be very, very careful. When you see somebody making, this is not for us to criticize somebody, but us to learn that let us not do it again. In fact, Srila Prabhupada once was asked, why you are creating Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust as a separate entity? And Prabhupada says, Prabhupada, we have ISKCON, no? ISKCON can print books. Why BBT has to be a separate legal entity? Prabhupada said, no. ISKCON means leaders. I already seen what happened to my spiritual master's mission. You can also do the same thing and destroy my mission. At least the books will be available for people. Prabhupada is already ensured against foolishness. Okay, so don't think that, okay, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, so nothing, Maya will not touch you. Maya will drag you and hit you. So what is the Mamacho Avya Vicharena? Who know the shloka?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Anybody else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Mamchayo vyabhichareణ bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate.
Very good. Okay? So Avya Vicharena means without any diversion, with full energy. Ahetuki and apratihata. With these two qualities, if we are doing service to Krishna, what is going to happen? Sagunan samati. Then we will cross over the influence of Maya and come to the spiritual platform. And once you are in the spiritual platform, there is no question of any difficulties. Difficulties only come on the material platform. Material platform is Maya. Okay? Beautiful. Chalo, so let us go next.
রহিলে তোমার উপদেশ বাণী পুণ্যের মাসিকা সবে হইলে আপনি.
Is there a single temple to be found where your instructions are still followed? As it is said, Punar Mushiko Bhava, everyone has again become a mouse.
Look at it. Everyone has again become a mouse. And now look at the condition now. Hey. Again become a mouse. Look at the condition. Again become a mouse. So you must, everybody knows that story of again becoming a mouse. There was a sadhu and a mouse went to him. The cat is disturbing me, become a cat. Dog is disturbing me, become a dog. Tiger is become a tiger. When he became a tiger, he started looking at the sadhu itself. He said, what do you want? He said, I want to eat you. He said, Punar Mushika Bhava, become a rat. It's called Guru Mar Vidya or whatever. Because we do not understand, only by blessings of devotees, by good wishes of devotees, by mercy of devotees, we have come to Krishna consciousness. But when these offenses start, like, do you think they were fighting in the court without offenses? Do you think there is a picture, in the Havara bridge, one team is running behind another bridge of Vaishnavas to fighting. It became a horror. And then what is Gopinath? Such horrible offenses are happening. Destroyed everything. Punar Mushika Bhava. The Prabhupada is saying, where? I can't even find. Actually, Prabhupada went to some of the matas first. And when Srila Prabhupada went there, he saw there is no spirit, no enthusiasm. But he saw that there was one place where Srila Prabhupada stayed for some time. There in the Leela Mrita. And Prabhupada said we can print Back to Goddard magazine, we can print little more, we can distribute, we can preach. And he got a letter back that, see, you should better take care, because the whole, we should be very careful. The whole meditation should not become maintenance. That's all. Then that's the way people are living their life. Somebody goes out, brings some money, other people somehow eat and sleep and fall down and go crazy. Fall down means they're already fallen down. There is nothing more. They drink, they womanize, they eat meat. That's what will happen. Because whole energy has to be focused on preaching. When our energy, Prabhupada said, those who are alive, you will preach. So you see that in the day you had, was there anybody called you, Prabhuji had some question to ask you, or you met somebody, you preached. Could you convince one new person in Krishna consciousness today? Those people who already received mercy of Srila Prabhupada, okay, something you can share. What about new people? Did you meet one new person? Because real strength will be shown at that time. Could you convince one new person in Krishna consciousness today? Could you do that? Because Krishna will not even give you opportunity if you are not healthy. Health means, yes, vigorously busy in presenting, looking for ways and ways to present Krishna consciousness to new people. Yeah, increasing Krishna's pleasure in that way. That is, if you are absorbed, then it will be very nice. Otherwise, what is there? Punar Mushika Bhava. We have become all mouse. We lost our capacity, lost our power. So you see that Prabhupada is seeing such difficult position in his time. Okay? So let us not create the same fiasco. We should remain serious.
The lion's cub has been stolen away by the deceptive tricks of the jackal. Now, everyone caught in Maya's mighty clutches is reduced to weeping.
So Prabhupada seeing the situation where the preaching has stopped and the devotees are just busy. Prabhupada said they all have become just like a joint mess. Like Prabhupada personally saw. When he is requested, can you print more Back to Goddard magazine? He was in one of the Gaudiya Mata. They said, no, please let us focus on the food. Let us an address of the devotees. Prabhupada said, it's all gone. It's all gone. No preaching spirit left now. Somehow maintained. That's all. Okay? Then what happened? So everyone is reduced to weeping. That's all. Prabhupada is feeling very sad seeing the situation. In fact, just imagine Srila Prabhupada sitting in the Gaudiya Mat and it had lost all the preaching spirit and the brahmacharis fighting among themselves. An acharya, a gold acharya of the golden age, Shaktavesh Avachara of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Senapati of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seeing this khichdi. Now what do you think he is going to cook that khichdi? He simply made, and again from scratch made a new movement. Take it.
যদি করো প্রভু আমাদেরও মোদের মরণেরও তীরে তবে হরি হরা পড়ে
O Master, if you are merciful to us once again, then even though we are trapped here on the shore of the ocean of death, we will finally behold a change for the better.
Yes. So always, even though he is seeing a miserable condition, he is thinking, my Lord, my spiritual master, if you are merciful, if you please give some blessings, we can see change for the better. He is hoping against hope. Yes, then.
Then, once again, we can blissfully meditate on the holy name of Krishna and once again have firm faith in your Vaikuntha messages.
You see that when this total mentality had become maintenance mentality, Srila Prabhupada landed in America, you know that, on a free passage on a cargo ship. And after landing there, he started preaching. So he saw a lot of interest. He saw some people are supporting and he was thinking what to do. And so he wrote to his God brothers in India, now I have landed in America. And I'm preaching here and finding some support. There is a great hope for the mission to be launched. So why don't you do this? Send some manpower. I don't have any manpower. send some manpower, send some resources. You know what he got later back? Your idea is ridiculous. Prabhupada said, they lost faith, this can happen also. So Prabhupada said, ridiculous? This is the order of my spiritual master, you call it ridiculous? Then, total helpless condition. You know, Prabhupada had no money. Those boys had just strangers landing up in his place. With their help, Prabhupada built the movement from the scratch. You know, so you can see once you go, there are two mentalities we can go into. One thing is maintenance, one thing is preaching. There was once a devotee wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada in a very difficult position, don't know how do I run my place. Prabhupada says, meditate on preaching, not maintenance. Money will be supplied. This is the blessing of Srila Prabhupada. What is that? Just like that Mrigari. When Mrigari was told by Narad Muni, go and sit down and just chant, I'll supply you. Correct? He told. And Mrigari sat down, and as he chanted, by the blessing of Narad Muni, he actually became a very advanced Vaishnava. So just for a darshan association, people are coming. Huge number of people are coming just to associate with them for a few minutes. And they became so happy seeing such a great Vaishnava. So they started bringing some fruits. Correct? They're bringing something to eat, some grain, people bring, rice. And there's such a stock at his place was there. He was thinking Narad Muni is sending these people. So when Narad Muni came finally, he meet him, he was so happy, he was totally changed. He told Narad Muni, why are you sending so much? So this is what will happen. He will think, my Lord, why are you sending so much? Even Prabhupada had the meditation. He said, all the disciples I have, my spiritual master has sent. Because I wanted to serve him. He's so kind. He sent so many people to assist me. He even saw the devotees, the disciples as somebody sent by a spiritual master. He saw all the resources sent as something. So same way, we develop meditation. Yes, Srila Prabhupada wanted everybody become happy. He says, I feel pain in seeing other people totally lost in the material world. So he said, no, I'm weeping. I'm feeling so sad, seeing no preaching is happening now. Prabhupada said the temples became basically joint mess. Joint mess where you go away, bring some money, you go clean the altar, you do this, and then we eat, and then at the end of the day we are very happy. But you don't meditate that have I done some preaching today? Has anybody new person has come to Krishna? No, we are busy meeting now. Nice Kana. Then that's what will happen. So once again, so Prabhupada is saying, no, if you are merciful, my spiritual master, things will change. What will happen? We can blissfully meditate on the holy name of Krishna. And once again, we have firm faith in your Vaikuntha messages that will appear. Okay?
Ke shuddho naam Krishna abaro nachibo, Maya jangol shab apuni ghuchaibo.
Once again, the pure holy name of Krishna will make us dance. Thus, all the confusion caused by Maya will automatically dispel.
So Prabhupada is hoping this situation will come. People will chant in great pleasure the holy name of the Lord, and the confusion created in the Maya will be dispelled away. And that is actually ISKCON, which was created by Srila Prabhupada.
O Srila Prabhupada, you personally suffer to see the sufferings of the fallen conditioned souls. On this day of your separation, I am utterly despondent.
So Prabhupada is feeling so much pain in seeing this difficult position. We'll do one more. Maybe we cross 5 minutes. Chalo. Continue. Chalo. नाच गाओ भक्त संगे कारस
नाचो गाओ भक्त संगे करो संकीर्तन बादाई मोदेर महाप्रभुरा भाषण.
Continue dancing, singing and performing Sankirtana in the Association of Devotees, CC Adilila 7.92. These words were spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or especially Nectarian.
Yeah, so always do that, just like you're on a Sunday, if you're in a city, a temple is there, go. Every temple will have one program where all the devotees chant and dance. So nice it is, so happy it is, so happy. Okay? Be blissful in that way. Always seek association of devotees. We are protected by association of devotees. We are protected. Chalo, next.
গুরুদেবে ভক্তি আদি দরদে শ্রদ্ধায় হয়ে তবে সংকীর্তনে কৃষ্ণ প্রেমে উপজায়ে.
If we have complete faith in these instructions given by you, our spiritual master, then in our performance of Sankirtana, actual love for Krishna will be aroused in us.
So what will happen? Faith in the instructions, then what will happen? You do Nam Sankirtana, you read Shastra, you full day with energy engage in service to the Lord, then what will happen? Actual love of Krishna will be aroused. That's a phala. That's a phala Krishna will give. Okay?
বিনা নিজে বুদ্ধি সব মায়া জেলে লাভ না হইলে ইচ্ছে বৃথায় জঙ্গলে.
Without love of God, our tiny individual intelligence only becomes entangled in the network of Maya's delusions. Because no one actually attained prema, now there has been a great upheaval in your mission.
Without love of God, what happens? Because the love of God is fructifying in the heart is so happy, Maya has no place now. If the heart is full of Krishna's love, then Maya has no place. If no one actually attains prema, no, there will be great upheaval in your mission. There has been. So when we are in Krishna platform, Krishna conscious platform, then what will happen? Then we will be material platform. And when you are material platform, there is an upheaval, okay, in the mission of the Lord.
মায়াবাদী ভরিয়া গেল জগতে সংসারে বৈষ্ণবা চাইল প্রচার নিজের ঘরে.
The whole world has become filled with impersonalists, and the Vaishnavas have given up the work of preaching that was entrusted to them and gone off to perform solitary worship.
You see that? Instead of engaging ourselves in activities for service to Krishna, and we think I am doing solitary worship, I have some special, in Govardhan I am sitting, my special meditation is there to the Lord, then what is going to happen? Okay? We will lose even the personal meditation to the Lord's devotion. Devotees will start looking like impersonalist. Instead of preaching Hare Krishna, enjoying the pleasure of Krishna consciousness, most of the time they will be struggling with mind and body only. Mind and soul, my mind. Yes, that is, impersonalists do that only. All the time impersonalists are fighting with Maya. They cannot think about preaching Krishna. They have no idea about preaching. They are only struggling with the waves of Maya. Yes, next.
পতিত পাবনে নাম পড়িল কলঙ্কায় ছাড়াছাড়ি হলো সব বৈষ্ণব আশঙ্কায়.
The Vaishnavas were famous as Patita Pavana, deliverers of the fallen, but now this title has fallen into disgrace. Countless numbers of your disciples have been alienated from your movement.
And that is the result that will be. Because when Maya comes, then fight means I go, you go, I don't go, plus chutti, khichdi. So wonderful Vaishnavas I saw, you see that this can happen, we can do that. You are capable of this mess. And he's saying so many wonderful devotees I saw now left your mission. Yeah.
প্রভু কি হবে উপায় তোমারও সঙ্গে ভজনে ভঙ্গি ইহায়.
At such an inauspicious time, O Master, what can be done to repair this damage? The beautiful garden you so carefully planted is now uprooted and scattered about.
Prabhupada is seeing the pain. You spent whole your life developing this beautiful movement. This whole garden has been uprooted now, scattered about.
সুবুদ্ধি জাগাও প্রভু এই ক্ষুদ্র অন্তরে তোমার কথায় এথায় দরদে শুদ্রে হবে.
O Master, please awaken some good intelligence in this insignificant disciple of yours, so that my firm faith in your transcendental message may increase more and more.
Okay, so you awaken some intelligence within my heart, then what will happen? Okay? in your transcendental message, my faith can increase more and more. That is what we can. Yeah, so that is what we can ask. Okay? What we ask, the faith increases in every word, in the Krishna, in the holy name, in the Acharya. Our focus is the faith, and we're preaching is by faith. The more you have faith, more you can convince somebody.
O Srila Prabhupada, you personally suffer to see the sufferings of the fallen conditioned soul. On this day of your separation, I am utterly despondent.
Hare Krishna, thank you. So tomorrow we are doing physically. You know that Modi had come to Udupi. He chanted with 1 lakh people, the 15th chapter. They previously chanted. Udupi temple organized very nicely. The first they chanted, they have Ashtamathas there, reaching from 800 years. Okay. And they organized first chanting. 1 lakh people chanted the full Gita together. Very, very auspicious. And then after that, with Modi, they chanted 1 chapter. It is so nice. I think 15 chapters they chanted together. And the Prime Minister also chanted, very nice. And the sannyasi spoke in Sanskrit. You could see that? Some of you saw that? Simple Sanskrit, not very simple Sanskrit. But we could understand what he's trying to speak. Very nice. Okay. So we should think, now we are also planning to do, but we can do something small. Tomorrow in the temple we are doing the chanting of the Gita, Parayana. Let us see how many people we can gather. Okay. And these are the situations we see how much preaching is going on. And then I think on Monday all the departments we are doing together and separately, some people together do the Gita chanting. Monday is the day actually of Gita Jayanti. So if we can get time, because 3 times in a day it is done. We do 3 times, correct? Morning done by adults, afternoon organized by youth, and the evening organized by children's. So you can join any one of them and chant the Gita together. That will be nice. Okay? Tomorrow we will have this Sunday, so we are doing in the temple, and I do not know whether if it is possible we'll make it live also. Okay. Hare Krishna everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Will we get the 2026 calendar like last year?
What? You are coming?
2026 calendar like last year. We had ordered. No?
What I tell you the honestly, what actually happens, we have to print not less than 1,000. And 200, 300 get sold and 700 are waste every year. Still I'm doing it, but the reality is this, people don't buy, just 200, 300 finally sell, and 700 we have to just distribute free. It becomes a waste of money. We have given designing to somebody and they have not come back. Let us see, we will do it. Take care.
Okay Prabhuji, thank you. It is very useful actually. At a glance, we get to know the Ekadashi and other important days, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. I think it should be there anytime. Otherwise, the local temples will pick up. Every temple, many big temples, they print. Okay. We have told our team to do, but it should come. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare
Thank you,
Rama,
Prabhuji. Hare
Rama
Krishna, Dandavat
Rama,
Pranam.
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare. Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare